Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you guys are located. Welcome to the Winning Podcast, where we help you win in real estate. And today's guest, we have Regina Jackson. Regina, it is a pleasure to see you again. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for showing up to the show today. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Anthony. Can I call you Tony or Anthony?
You
Which
can call me whatever you want to call me.
all
Yeah.
right, I'll say whatever name comes out first, and it might be a combination of those things. Okay. All right.
Oh, fantastic. And then I have a couple of questions for you. Where are you from?
You think that's a simple question? So let me give you the short answer, right? So I am originally from Buffalo, New York, where everybody's friendly like me. And I currently live in Boston, Massachusetts, and I never say I'm from Boston because those people are very different, right? So I go back and forth, and I've been going back and forth now for about 5 years. And it originally started because I was in college. I went back to school to finish college in my hometown, right? After all my kids went to college, I'm a later bloomer.
Oh, that's
Later bloomer. I bloomed later than the late bloomers. So that's why I call myself a later bloomer because I know it was much later. But so for the last 5 years, I've been going back and forth between Boston, Massachusetts, and Buffalo, New York, to finish my college degree. So in the last 5 years, I got two degrees,
okay. And what'd
an
you get?
associate's and a bachelor's.
And what study?
Performing arts. Ta-da!
That's fantastic. Well, oh, I think we lost you, y'all. Okay, so, uh, well, welcome to the show, guys. I think she might have pushed out of the podcast, but today we're interviewing her, and we want to talk to her about, what it is that she was studying and how she got started, and also she went through our veterans group. She's a little older, so you got to bear with us on live on the podcast. But guys, the cool thing about it is that no matter how old you are, how young you are, graduating from the course, we're able to talk to her about some financial literacy and things of that nature. And we're just going to keep rocking out on the live until she gets back on. I like doing these lives real time because specifically, typically when we have people that are on the show, um, you know, what I've noticed is that when it's live, it's raw. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Anthony Glenn. I'm a buy and hold investor out of sunny Southern California. Welcome and Merry Christmas. I'm going to be rocking out on the ones and twos for the next couple of hours. And if you guys have any real estate questions that you would like to propose them to me. Now, I have a couple of questions while we're waiting on her to come back on. Okay, hold on just a second. So a couple of things that I've learned throughout my journey in doing this real estate investment stuff is that there's a lot of people that, they just don't know where the information is at. Put a one in the chat if you guys had an idea of what you needed to do to learn how to win in real estate. You would do it, right? If you just know what you needed to do and how you needed to do it, you would really go hard in the paint in regard to learn. What's up, Dobby? Good to see you, brother. Happy holidays. When I was serving in the military, nobody told me how to do none of this stuff. I had to figure it out on my own, right? So, as I progressed through my investment journey, what I noticed is that it was just not enough people telling me what I needed to do. Okay. And one thing I noticed is that there are some people that are out here making moves. Dobby, I want to say congratulations for that certification that you just got. I see you online doing your thing, and I saw you in the gym doing 9,000 pull-ups. Okay, and what we're going to talk about today, man, as we get the technology stuff figured out, is what is that one thing that you know that you needed to do in 2024 that you did not do? Let's see if we can be honest, guys. I want y'all to put it in the chat. What was an idea that you had in 2024 that you know you needed to do that you did not do? Okay, I want to see who's going to be honest. That one goal that you set January of 2024 that you did not do, that you know you needed to do it. You just didn't complete it. What was it? Okay, I'll tell you what mine was. I was on a mission to read the entire Bible. Okay, I said, January, I'm going to read the Bible all the way through. My goal is to read the Bible and I'm going to go all the way through it. I'm not going to stop. It only takes 15 minutes of my day to do the reading. And then I got through January and I'm like, I got all of these things to do, but invest in myself. Put a one in the chat if that was you. If you had an idea, you thought that you were going to do it and you're like, man, I know I need to do it. It's something that I got to do. I know beyond a reasonable doubt I need to get it done and you just didn't get it done. Who's that? What's up, Ty? Good to see you, brother. Salute. Shout out to Ty Banks. It's on the live right now. Well, I'm going to talk to you guys about, why it's important to invest in real estate. And I'm going to tell you why it is essentially important to make that decision now, okay, versus waiting, because time will cost you money, okay? All right, so let's see here. Going forward with the things I learned from you and others. That's good. So if you had the seed in your heart to do something, why aren't you guys doing it? Why do we get complacent, guys? Why do we do that? Why beyond a reasonable doubt, you know that there's something that you want to accomplish. Why do we get in this funk to where we know that there's something that we got to do, but we fail to do it? I tell you why, man. Because you're comfortable being comfortable. At the end of the day, if you think about it, that's what it is. We're comfortable being where we're at versus investing in ourselves to get where we need to go. All right. I know that I was comfortable. I know I said, all right, I'm going to buy this multifamilies. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I achieved maybe 25% of the things that I wanted to achieve. I was so focused on getting my partnership with Grant Cardone that I let everything else go by. And guess what? I could have got up early to get stuff done earlier and getting to the bag. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today is how can you get a goal, okay, and completely go all the way through with accomplishing that goal, okay? And that's what we're going to discuss today. We're going to talk about some of the things that I've been able to learn throughout my process of being a serial entrepreneur, of starting a business from inception and then going all the way through. Okay. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, you can put them in the chat. Happy holidays to you guys. I appreciate you guys for pulling up with me and talking to me this morning. And then we're just going to rock out. I think the sister, either her phone died or something like that, but I'm going to make sure that you guys have what you need in order to talk about what we're going to talk about today. Now, all right, so I'm going to write down 4. I want y'all to put the number 4 in the chat. 4. Everybody put the number 4 in the chat. 4. 4. 4. I'm waiting. Okay. Number 4. Put the number 4 in the chat. Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys to put the number 4 in the chat, I'm going to tell you 4 essential things of why it's important, what you need to do to get started. And this is something that helped me complete what I started. All right. Number 1 is a plan. Okay, write plan in the chat. Number 2 is going to be a purpose. Okay. Number 3 is going to be a target. Okay. And number 4 is going to be the value. Now, let me explain why I'm telling you guys this is important. Number 1, you create the plan because that's going to be the foundation of whatever it is that you're trying to complete. Okay. Number 2 is going to be the purpose. The purpose is going to be why are you doing it and what problem that you solve. Okay. Number 3 is going to be the target. What's going to be my target? Okay. What am I trying to hit? Okay. And then number 4 is what's going to be the value behind what I bring. These 4 essential pillars is going to help you commit yourself to either, whether it be real estate or anything, to getting to exactly where you need to go. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know what I should be doing or how I should be doing it or what I need to do and all that other stuff. Guys, I'm telling you right now, look, if you're going to be able to win, you're going to have to be able to lose something in order to win something. Okay. So let me give you an example. Okay. And majority of this stuff is free. Your target, your value, and your purpose is going to be within the plan. And if you put a timeline behind it, it's going to be a lot easier for you to achieve it. So right now, I want you guys to put in the chat, what are you committed to right now to get to your plan? I'm asking you guys. I'm going to ask you guys, What is one thing, and I want you to set a goal between now and March 31st. Okay, that's the first quarter of next year. Okay, now the reason why I'm asking you guys to do this is because if we're going into the new year, we need to set small targets. Okay, you can't say I want to have 100 units by the end of next year. You need to get small wins. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. What is one thing right now in the chat that you guys could put in the chat that you're willing to commit yourself to doing within the next 90 days? What is it? I'm going to wait. What is that one thing? Obtain a multifamily. Okay, that's a good one. What's that one thing that you're committing yourself to do? One thing. Okay, obtain a multifamily. What else? What else is that? Writing out a business plan for a financial plan. Okay, those are very good things, guys. So you can, how are you going to start if you're not? How are you going to finish if you're not willing to start? Your plan needs to be clear, concise, and measurable. If you don't have a target to aim at and you don't have little small goals, you're never going to accomplish whatever the big goal is, because those small goals, if you make it a big goal and you make it throughout a whole year, you're going to miss some steps. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this stuff is because if you say, I'm going to start a business and I'm going to make it $1 million business, okay, that's not going to work. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if this is resonating with you guys, because I really want to talk about, I'm always teaching, but we don't have any measurable, actionable items to where, you know, we have these lofty goals, we set them, but then we don't achieve them at the end of the year because we lose track of the purpose and who we're doing it for. Okay. So what I want to talk to you guys about is the fundamental thing of how to get started. You want to buy a business, you need to have a plan. You want to make money, you need to have milestones. You want to make money, you need to create value in making money in order to do that. So everything starts with your plan. Please, everybody, put plan in the chat, because we're going to talk today. My name is Anthony Glenn. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm going to be live for the next couple hours. And today, before Christmas, I'm not going to be teaching about anything. I was supposed to be doing an interview, but they're having some technical difficulties with someone who graduated away from. But I'm going to follow what God tells me to do. Listen, I could have shut down this live and said, you know what, I'm sad because the person is not on here. She can't figure it out. Or I could say, you know what, I can reschedule the interview. I'm going to get this information out, because guess what? Roadblocks will block you from completing what your mission was to do. So maybe I need to believe in, maybe I need to talk to y'all. Maybe y'all need to hear something, right? Maybe I need to hear me communicate with you guys today and talk to you guys about creating your plan, committing to the plan. And I don't care if it's 1 or 1 million people in here. Right now, I got about 80 people across all social media platforms. I'm currently on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, okay, and YouTube. And today I want to talk to you guys about what's keeping you from growing to your purpose. Like, I'm going to show you guys something, and this is going to be alarming. And I'm going to talk to you guys about some factual things that I've learned throughout this process. And I'm going to tell you what I was able to achieve this year. I'm going to write down everything that I've done this year, okay, just to kind of give you an idea of some of the things that we've accomplished. We created a partnership with Cardone. Okay, this is a multi-million-dollar partnership to teach veterans how to invest in real estate. Okay, that's one. It's called Cardone Veterans Group. We created curriculum for military spouses to make them become entrepreneurs. That's 2. I sold 3 properties and bought 2 multifamilies this year. My goal was I'm not even halfway. That's not even a quarter of what I wanted to buy. So I bought 2 multifamily. Okay. We created curriculum for Winning Real Estate mentoring and coaching program. Okay. So if you look up Winning Real Estate, that's a mentoring and coaching program for real estate agents. Now, I was supposed to launch that company on 2023, but I launched it in 2024. And the reason why is because I just didn't make enough time to meet my metrics. But listen, I want to tell y'all something. What is the fundamental difference between a 3-mile run at 20 minutes and a 3-mile run in 25 minutes? Time. I accomplished the mission, right? So Winning Real Estate mentoring and coaching, there's two platforms for me to coach agents. Okay. And then 2, another thing was we created another company called Brilliant Media Studios. Okay. And essentially what that is that I see two young men that are kicking ass in our company. I said, hey, you know what? I want to offer you guys a partnership, or let's collaborate. And I'm going to help you guys develop your business since you guys help me grow on social media. The only reason why I'm on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook is because of them. But guess what? I could not get there by myself, guys. I did not get here alone. So right now, what I want to tell you guys, I want y'all to put this word partnerships. Partnerships. Everybody put partnerships in the chat. Hey, Credit Ninja, good to see you. Partnerships. If I could go back in time, and I could look at how could I have gotten to the multimillionaire status, I would have partnered with people fast enough. And here's why. Okay. I have an idea. You have an idea. Everybody listen to me, because I want to be clear, because right now there's not a whole lot of people here, but I want y'all to listen to what I'm about to say. Don't you think if I offered you $1 million, I said, I write a check for $1 million right now, and I said, hey, I'm going to pay you $1 million annually. Okay. That means that your value is a million bucks, right? But what if I said, I'm going to give you partnership or ownership in this company, and we can mutually grow this company together to $10 million. Which one would you want? You want the $1 million up front, or would you want a partnership in the company so you get your value as much as you put into the company, then the value of the company grows up? Which one would you want? Well, number one, the $1 million, or number two, the partnership to grow the $10 million company? Which one would you guys rather have? I'm curious to know. I'm looking at all of the social media platforms. Which one would you rather have? The partnership, or would you rather have the $1 million? I would rather have the partnership too. Why? Because guess what? If I die today, that money is gone. But if I have that partnership, that company lasts in perpetuity. Somebody look up in perpetuity right now, in perpetuity, and look up what that word means. So as we're talking on this live right now, I'm going to answer any questions about real estate. I'm going to answer any questions about real estate investing, entrepreneurship for the next couple of hours. I don't care about how big the room is. I don't care about how many people, because I would rather communicate with the right people over the most people. I want to reach the people who are willing to go into 2025 looking to change, okay? Because guess what? It's going to take you 100 years to save $1 million if you save $10,000 a year. You're not going to get there saving your money, guys. That's a rude awakening that most people aren't telling you. You're not going to become a millionaire saving your money. You can only become a millionaire investing your money. And if you guys want to know how to do it, put a 1 in the chat, because for those of you who are sticking around and sharing the live, I'm going to build with you guys today. And we're going to talk about how some of the mistakes that I've made that I can give to you for free. Okay. I don't want anything for you. All I ask for you guys to do is to participate in the live. So you guys ready for the show? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready for me to rock out, and let's talk about it. Okay. Let's have a conversation today about becoming an entrepreneur, okay? So now, without further ado, who has any questions? Oh, and by the way, the CEO of a company wants me to implement my veteran program to 89,000 employees, and I will know next week, okay? Now, if I wouldn't have been committed to helping veterans or helping people invest in I've been working at this for 17 years, y'all. 17 years. And I'm still not where I need to be at. Now, y'all like, damn, that's a long time. It took me 17 years to get to where I'm at today. And I still feel like I have work to do. How many of you feel like you have work to do? Put a 1 in the chat, guys, if that's you. What is one thing that you're willing to commit to between now and March 31st? Give me one business opportunity or one partnership that you would like to have, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it today. And let me do a quick reset. My name is Anthony Glenn. I'm a serial entrepreneur. We created the Veteran Homeowners Club. That's a nonprofit 501c3 that is committed to helping veterans, educate veterans on investing in real estate. And then we also have Winning Real Estate, which is a mentoring and coaching company that has a Facebook group and a YouTube channel, okay, called The Winning Podcast, which I'm on right now. And we started that podcast basically to talk to the people who want to win. We want to give all of the information away. The people that we want you guys to know about. a 1031 exchange that allows you to sell properties without paying taxes. We want you to be able to learn about 280 AG, Augusta rule, to where you can rent your personal residence to yourself for up to 14 days and your company can pay you. We want you to know about defined benefit plans to where you can put $285,000 tax deferred in there for your retirement. We want you to know about the simplified employee pension IRAs to where you can put up to almost $70,000 of money tax deferred in there instead of doing a Roth IRA. We want you guys to know about paying your kids $14,600 tax free by hiring them in your corporation. See, a lot of these people don't know this stuff, and the reason why they don't know it is because America wants to keep you broke. They want you to go to school for undergrad for 13 years, go to school, get a student loan debt for 4 years, and then they want you to utilize 3 more years. That's 20 years of going to school, 20 years of going to school to get a job that pays $85,000 starting, but you're $150,000 in student loan debt. Come on, man. I know I'm talking to somebody. This is simple math. And then once you're aware of that, the people who have the most leverage are the people who own real estates and have companies. So guys, listen to me. You're behind the power curve if you don't have one. I don't care what anybody says. This might be an uncomfortable conversation, and you're free to click out of this live right now and go somewhere else. But guys, if you need to hear this, guys, I'm going to keep rocking out and talk to you about this stuff, because right now nobody's telling us this stuff. Why don't we learn about that the banks make money by how many accounts that I have open? Why don't we know about that the banks 85 to 90% of the revenue that you put into the banks, they lend it to other people. And then that interest rate that they get, man, right now I'm gonna prove a point to you guys. Listen to me, man. I don't know if I'm talking to y'all. Do y'all want me to keep going? Put a 2 in the chat if y'all are with me, guys, because I think y'all need to hear this stuff, guys, because right now I'm going to tell y'all the truth, okay? If y'all want me to lie to you and tell you that you need to go buy a Bentley so you can lower your taxes, go to another space. If you want me to tell you the truth, put a 2 in the chat, because we're going to have an honest, hard conversation today, and I think that people need to hear what I'm saying. And if this conversation is uncomfortable for you, good. Working out is uncomfortable. Starting a business is uncomfortable. Eating healthy is uncomfortable. Some of y'all are broke mentally and spiritually and financially because you're too damn comfortable. So now let's rock out, guys. If you're on TikTok right now, give me up to 5 shares, and I'm going to break all of this stuff down for you guys. 5 shares right now, because we're going to talk for the next 45 minutes, and I'm going to build with you guys. You guys get to ask me any questions. Starting the construction on a multifamily by March is my goal. Okay, let's do it. You will do it. So right now you manifested that. That's start setting a target. You said that you have a timeline that you want to build a multifamily. So let's get to the work. You guys have work to do. Okay? It's December. There's people right now on this live that's struggling to get gifts for their kids. Man, screw them damn kids, man. Christmas is for you to spend money. Man, so they might shut me down on this live, guys. Let me tell y'all something, man. Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, Veterans Day, all of these are holidays for you to spend your money. Let me prove it. What do they give you? I got a little bit of trivia, guys. What do they give you on Veterans Day if you're an employee? Time what? Put it in the chat. Hello? What do they give you? What do they give you? Veterans Day, Christmas, New Year's. What do they give you? Time what? That's right. They give you time off. And then when they give you time off, what else do they give you? Sales. Hey, we're going to discount this Louis Vuitton bag for you guys. Hey, we're going to discount this. We're going to discount that. So America understands that, it's measurable. They're going to give you discounts for you to spend your money that you don't have so you can impress people that don't like you. Hello? Now, again, if y'all want me to have an honest conversation, cool. If you want me to lie to you, go to somewhere else, guys. So right now, what I'm going to be talking about, the 5 fundamental things. Everybody put the number 5 in the chat right now. I'm going to tell you five pillars of generational wealth that you guys should have and start looking into heading into the new year. And you can break it down into, you can break all of the stuff down, and I'm going to talk to you guys about how to structure everything as long as I continue to get likes and shares. Right now, I got 16 people on TikTok Live. Get me up to 5 more shares, and then I'm going to break down the 5 generational wealth pillars. Number one, the fundamental thing to building wealth is going to be real estate. That's the first one. Real estate. Let me explain why. Real estate lowers your taxable income. Real estate also allows you to own something that you work for. And then number 3, real estate is going to print money for you infinitely. There's only 2 things that print money: real estate and a business. You don't print money, you make money. Okay? Printing money means that I have something that's going to generate money for me every reoccurring, meaning that money's going to be coming in on a reoccurring basis. Okay? So if you have a business, you have a product that you sell, that's printing money. If you have a piece of asset that is valuable, that's something that prints money. Okay? So real estate lowers your taxable income because the money that you get, the first thing that they say is that, are you paying mortgage interest? So mortgage interest is tax deductible up to a certain amount. Okay, so already you have something, that asset that everybody needs. Everybody needs a place to live, and you use real estate every single day. Every single war right now is about real estate. Let me prove it. Afghanistan, real estate. Iraq, real estate. Gaza, real estate. Hello? So there's value to it. The more that you have, the more money, the more value that you're going to have. That's why you see all of these big corporations coming in here buying up real estate, because the more you have, the more value you have, because that's a tangible asset. You can feel it, touch it, and then guess what? If the value goes down, you still have the asset. And I want everybody to put depreciation in the chat right now, depreciation. And then I'm going to go to number 2, the number 2 asset, depreciation. Depreciation, does that sound good or bad? Jay Bart, you got a question? Okay, how do you establish the rent amount for your properties? Okay, I got you, Armand. That's a great question, by the way. Okay, so depreciation is actually a good thing. Let me prove it to you guys. Okay, so right now I'm gonna Google something. If I have my iPad, typically I have my iPad, but I wasn't planning on interviewing. Okay, so let me give this to you guys and let's talk about this. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about. Let me go to depreciation. Okay, depreciation definition. Depreciation real estate is an accounting practice that allows you to recover the cost of the property over a 27.5-year period. Year over year depreciation is considered a systematic allocation of property costs over its estimated useful life. For commercial real estate, it's 39 years. For residential real estate, it is 27.5 years. So let's talk about this and explain what this means, okay? So thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you. Daniel, thank you for coming to the Veteran Wealth Formula. I appreciate you for shouting me out on Instagram. I appreciate that. I'm telling you guys, if you guys are missing out, this is not, depreciation is a good thing. Let me explain. The value of land does not go down. Did y'all know that? Put a 1 in the chat if you knew that. The value of land does not go down. That means that if I have land never goes down. Okay? So the land value is the land value, depending on where it's located at. But the structure of the land goes down. Let me explain. Okay, here's a piece of asset. This is an asset right here. This is a piece of real estate. This is the land. This is the structure of the land. Okay? The structure of the land useful life goes down. Dirt does not depreciate. So the value of this land, whatever the land is, you're going to subtract the land value, and then you're going to go with the structure of the actual building. That means the vertical, whatever it is, single family home or whatever the structure is, and then you're going to take that land asset value and divide by 27.5 years. For instructional purposes only, who has a calculator? I want to give a textbook example of what I mean by this so you guys understand it, okay? I want everybody to get a calculator right now, and I want you to rock out with me real quick, okay? Please help me out. Somebody get a calculator and let's walk through this. Okay. So right now, put a 1 in the chat if you have a calculator, because I'm going to give you guys a fundamental example so you can understand what I mean by this. Okay. And for those of you who are jumping on the live, I'm breaking down the 5 generational wealth pillars, and these are the things that you guys need to be looking at going into 2025. I'm going to give you tax codes, secret tax codes. I'm going to give you how things work when you buy real estate, and I'm going to give you 5 fundamental generational wealth pillar building, and I'm going to do it for free because this is my gift to you going into the new year. Now it's going to be up to you guys to start looking at these things, and I'm going to give you the IRS codes so you guys can look them up yourself, and I'm going to do it right off the top of my head, guys. If you guys want me to do that, put a 2 in the chat, guys, because I appreciate you guys for pulling up and listening to me run my mouth for the next couple of next hour or so, okay? So now, so let's get the calculator. So let's just say that a single family home value is $500,000. So we're going to take $500,000 and then we're going to divide that number by 27.5. 500,000 divided by 27.5 equals $18,181. So that basically means that, and I'm going to divide that by 12 months. That means that I get a 1,515 tax. Hey, Nubian. That's my sister, Nubian. Good to see you, sister. Okay. Okay, so that basically means that I get a $1,515 tax deduction every single month for having an investment property. That is called depreciation. Now, let's say I had a commercial asset. There's commercial limit. The most common types of commercial assets is, actually, I want to know what you guys know. What is considered a commercial piece of real estate? Does anybody know? I want to ask that question real quick. What's considered a piece of commercial real estate? Love you, sister. Happy holidays, and I appreciate all the love you show on Clubhouse. I'll be on there to crash out after I rock out and teach a little bit. What's considered commercial real estate? Do you guys know? Anybody know? Put it in the chat, guys. You have commercial residential. That means 5 doors or more. So if you got a building with 5 doors on it, that's zoned commercial real estate. That's the first one. You have commercial retail. That's that strip mall that you guys go to go get your bunion filed down, right? All right. And then you have I'm just messing with y'all. And then you have a commercial industrial real estate. Okay. So those are the most common types of real estate. Now, commercial real estate is depreciated over 39 years. Now, the cool part about that is if I have property and then I transfer that asset to my children in a trust, the depreciation cycle repeats. Okay. So guys, put a 1 in the chat if you understood that. Commercial and why real estate is important. Real estate is the first out of the 5 generational wealth pillar building things. It lowers your taxable income. It prints money, and then you get and then also it appreciates over time. The value of it's going to go up over time in most cases if you get a good asset. Okay, so that means if you bought a property, and I'll give you guys one property. I'll give you an example. One property. Okay, I'll give you the address. 31386 Bermuda Street. That's a single family home that I purchased, and I'll give you guys a multifamily one later that I have. I bought that property 20 years ago, and that property has printed over $2 million for me. One house. Right now, that property gives me $38.50 for rent. Okay, so that means that property prints approximately $46,200 a year for me. That's revenue that if I invested it instead of me. Now, remember, I told you you're never going to become a millionaire saving your money. Okay. So now if I take that property right there, and let's just say that I invested that asset into something that got me 12%. That means that $46,200 at 12% will print an additional $5,500 for me, guys. Put a 2 in the chat if you guys understand what that means. That basically means if I bought a piece of real estate and I had tenants in it, and I didn't spend any of the money, I invested in the money in the S&P 500. That means the top 500 companies that's traded on the stock exchange, or the S&P 100, or the top 100, the Fortune 100 companies. Those are the top 100 companies. Now, let me tell you what they are, guys. Let me show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all a little. Y'all want me to tell y'all a secret of what companies are the top 100 companies in America right now? What are the Fortune 100 companies? Walmart, Amazon, Apple, CVS, United Healthcare, Exxon, Berkshire Hathaway, Alphabet, McKinsey, Chevron. These are Ford, General Motors. Why you guys are not speaking about this stuff? If you use them every day, why are you investing in them? Come on, man. So, guys, the reason why they don't talk to you guys about this stuff is because, again, America wants to keep you an employee. They don't want you to have money. Is this making sense? So now I got my real estate asset. Now, number two. Do y'all want a number two? I want to make sure you guys are rocking out with me. Put a number two in the chat if you guys want number two. I just talked to y'all about number one. Number one is real estate. That prints money and lowers your taxable income and gives you the revenue to invest. That basically means that real estate asset replaces me from having to go to work, clock in, work Monday through Friday. Okay? This is the value of it. I don't have to I'm at home right now with my Omega Sci-Fi shirt on. The reason why I'm able to do this is because I have enough assets that prints enough money for me in order for me to come on live and talk to you guys about this stuff. Does that make sense? So what can you do? What are some things that you guys could do that could replace your labor with an asset that's going to pay you a fraction of the money that you make? So if you make $100,000, then what can I do to break that $100,000 into quarters? So that means that what asset can I create that's going to pay me $25,000 a year, right? And that leads to number two, okay, a corporation. Everybody put number two, corporation. Okay, I'm gonna wait, guys. And for those of you who are here, listen, if you guys don't want to learn the game, I'm going to be telling you guys why all of these things work in collaboration or complementary to each other. Okay. All right. If I had one of those things, if I punch somebody, if I poke somebody in the forehead with my finger, I'd probably break my finger. But if I put two fingers together and I poke it, it's going to hurt. If I put three fingers together, if I put a fist together, 5 generational wealth pillars. Okay. If I put it together, it's stronger. So the problem with the stock market and trying to these get rich scheme things they're teaching on TikTok to get out there and go buy crypto, why crypto is not a liquid asset. Okay. Now, am I saying crypto is bad? Absolutely not. You know, are you going to get it? If I was going to give you any advice about crypto, get it and hold it, because that's the direction that we're moving in. But what asset can I create that I can have in perpetuity? That means forever. That's going to print money. That's number one is going to be real estate. Number two is going to be a business. Any type of business. Can anybody give me the definition of a sole proprietor? Does anybody know what that is? What is a sole proprietor? Anybody know? Put your answer in the chat. What's a sole proprietor? A sole proprietor. Anybody know? Okay. So essentially a sole proprietor is basically a one-man business. Stop setting up your business like that, guys. You start a business, create a corporation. Why? Anybody tell me why you want to have a corporation? Because a corporation unlocks contribution and pension plans. You get to invest more money in your retirement plans with a company. Man, I'm dropping so many gems, man. I know I'm dropping gems. Guys, right now, if y'all are not banging those thumbs on TikTok, guys, bang your thumbs on TikTok right now. Get me up to 10 more shares, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm rocking out about, listen, the 5 generational wealth pillars, guys. I was supposed to have an interview, but guess what? God told me to do something different. He said, get on here and teach the people, because people need that. I need to be the gasoline. Okay? I need to be the gasoline, guys. If I got to be the gasoline for you guys, okay, and I need to talk about what I need to talk about to help you guys get to the bag, I'm going to talk to you guys about it. I'm going to go straight into it and tell you guys how all of these things work together. Did y'all know that corporations, the reason why they have them it is a tax and pension strategy? Did y'all know that the 401k was not made for you guys to invest for the future? Did y'all know that Uncle Sam is trying to? Did y'all know that the government is trying to extend your ability to draw your Social Security income because America's running out of money? Did you guys know that your 401k and your that pension that you've been paying into, people are running out of money? Did you know? Did y'all know? I want y'all to give me a guess. How much money do you guys believe right now in the chat that people will have after working 30 years in a job, right, at the pension age? How much money do you think people typically have? Let's take a guess at it. So right now, I'm gonna Google what is the I'm gonna Google right now. When can I start to draw Social Security? And is there a max amount of money I can make? Okay. All right, so let's go to it. You can start as early as 62 years old. However, your benefit will be reduced permanently by about 25 to 30%, depending on your full retirement. For those born in 1960 or later, the retirement age is 67. If you were born earlier, but depending on your birth year. If you delay benefits beyond your monthly benefit increases about 8%. So right now, there's a benefit for you not being able to draw Social Security at the age of 70. Shit, if I'm waiting till 70, I'm almost dead. Most Americans live to 80. So that means that you work your whole life to spend the retirement money for 10 years. Hello? Y'all better wake up, man. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are listening to what I'm saying, guys. I'm telling you guys, you're going to freaking run out of money. Okay? Now, it says if you're under, now listen to this. This right here is what makes me sick right here. If you're under FRA working while receiving benefits, there's an earning limit. In 2024, you can earn up to $21,240 without paying penalties. So that means if you start getting that government check, you can only make $21,000 per year without paying a goddamn penalty. Man. Now, let's look at this. Now, in the months before reaching FRA, the limit is higher than $56,520 in 2024. $1 is deducted for every $3 earned above the limit. Let me read that again. In the months before reaching FRA, the limit is higher than $56,000 a year in 2024. $1 is deducted for every $3 earned above your limit. So for every $3 above my limit, they're going to deduct $1 from my retirement that I paid into for 33 years. Hello? Make it make sense to me, man. Are y'all paying attention to what I'm saying, guys? Now I'm gonna Google. Now I want to do a little bit of trivia right now, guys. Okay, I think I might. I had some people drop off because they like, oh shit. Okay, listen to this. I want y'all to tell me how much money do you think that the average 65-year-old person has in their Social Security? What does the average pay for? I want to know how much money I want y'all to put this in the chat. I want y'all to put in the chat right now, what is the average Social Security pay in America 2024? And I want y'all to average, what is the average 401k balance at 65 years old? I want to see what you guys think. Put it in the chat. What is the average 401k saved for a 65-year-old? And how much pension do you start drawing at 65? Okay? I'm going to look it up real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And this is going to prove to you guys what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm going to go to Social Security. What is the average 401k balance of Americans at age 65. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, the average 401k, the average balance of a 65-year-old person is $250 to $300,000. The median balance at age 65 is $87,000 to $100,000. Okay, so let's go even higher. Let's say that this person at 65 years old decided that they had $250,000 in their 401k. Every single person right now put $250,000 in right now in the chat. Every single person put $250,000 in the chat. Every single person put $250,000 in the chat right now. Let's look at this. Okay, so at 65, 75, 85, 95. Let's just say we wanted to make that money last, let's just say 25 years. Okay, not even 30 years. 65, 75, 85, 95. I want that money to, I want to have that money last me, okay, for 25 years. So let's see this. Okay, so let me show y'all, let me prove a point, guys. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take $250,000. Now remember, if my 401k, whatever the stock market does, if the stock market crashes, my 401k is kaput. So if I started withdrawing money out of my 401k, the value is going to go down at 65. So if I decide to retire and the market is crashed, I might have $100,000 in my 401k, man. Now look at this, $250,000. That money needs to last me for 25 years. That means I can pay myself a whopping $10,000 a year. Now, let's see what that looks like. I can pay myself $10,000 a year for 25 years. I'm going to divide that by 12 months. I can pay myself a whopping $833.33. Everybody put that number in the chat. Now, listen to this. I'm breaking this down shotgun style, guys. If you're not paying attention, you don't want to listen to me, fine. I don't give a damn. But I'm trying to bring awareness to this because nobody is talking about this. $833.33. Everybody put that in the chat right now. Okay? $833.33. Everybody put that in the chat. Everybody put $833. Now, let's go back to the average. Let's look at the average. Now, oh man, I got my $250,000. I'm good because I am a senior. And guess what I get to do as a senior? I get Social Security income. Yay. Okay, let's look this up. Average SSI income for Americans, 2024. At the age of 65. Let's see. Bam. Let's check this out. At age 65, the average monthly retirement benefit for some claiming 65 is approximately $1,600 to $1,800. So let's go $1,600. $1,600. Okay, I'm gonna do the math for you. $1,600. Even the max, $1,800. It's not enough. Okay. The average monthly retirement benefit from some claiming at the age of 65 is between $1,600 to $1,800. Okay. If you're eligible SSI due for low income families, you're going to get a benefit of $943 a month. For couples, $1,400 a month. This is if you're low income. So if you're low income, $1,400. If you're high to medium to high income, your Social Security earnings is around $1,600 to $1,800. So let's go $1,600. $1,600 plus the $833 is what? I'm gonna do it for you. $1,600 plus the $834. Let's round up. $834 times 12. $29,000 on the high end. $29,000 at retirement on the high end. That's Social Security income and the 401k you've been paying for the last 30 years. Now, The reason why I'm breaking this stuff down, guys, is not to scare you. The reason why I'm talking about this stuff is because you need to know awareness of what the system is doing to us. I served 20 years in the Marine Corps, 1996 to 2016. Social Security, they got their money every single month without fail. Okay? All right? Fortunately, I have a little small pension. Okay? And I got my real estate assets that prints money for me. I knew that I needed to save $5 million in order to pay myself $125,000 a year. Okay? Now, let me prove it. Okay? So, I said, let me get to the $5 million. $5 million sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Divided by 40 years is $125,000. So I needed to get to $5 million of assets to print $125,000 for me for the next 40 years. Reverse engineer that. Take your lifestyle. Take your lifestyle. Now remember, what the cost of living is going up. Groceries is going up. Food is going up. Health care is going up. Everything's getting more expensive. So yeah, you got your 401k, but that money doesn't grow once you start retirement. So you have to have something complementary to those things that's going to print money for you. Am I making sense? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm making sense, guys. I'm breaking this stuff down. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the tools that's going to help you guys grow the money that you get. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to know about the tools. We said number 1 is going to be real estate. We said it lowers your taxable income, and then it appreciates over time and it prints money. Those 3 things. Number 2 is the corporation. The corporation, the IRS gives the highest tax benefits to people who create revenue for people because that feeds the GDP. So the corporation unlocks your ability to invest in contribution and pension plans. Everybody put that in the chat. Contribution and pension plans. That's number 3. So the first one's going to be real estate. The second one is going to be what? Corporations. The corporations do what? They unlock your ability to invest more money, and then they also it creates another Anthony Glenn that can be utilized to borrow more debt. Now, you guys are asking me this question. Oh, I don't understand it. Let me explain. Okay. What do you have? What is it that you have right now? What do they check before they lend you money? Your Social Security what? Come on, man. It's going to be a gym, y'all. What do they usually check in order to lend you money? What do they usually check before? Okay, I'm waiting. Your Social Security number. Did you guys know the reason why you have a Social Security number is to track your income? How much money you spend and make? That's how they identify you. Okay? So guess what? When you have a corporation, your corporation has a Social Security number too, but it's called an EIN number. That EIN number, banks love them because once you start a business, they know you have collateral and you can borrow money against the corporation. The more reoccurring money that you have in the corporation account, because most people have, think about it. If I have a bank account with a bank, the only way that they can lend money is by the interest rate, by lending money out. So if you have $10,000, they lend out 85 to 90% of that money to borrowers, car notes, loans, and all of that other stuff. And the amortization schedule is how they make money. Oh. Am I cooking or what, y'all? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm cooking, man, because I think people need to understand how important this is. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are understanding what I'm saying, guys. Okay, I want to make sure that you guys are not missing this. So basically, if I have a personal account and I have a business account, I have collateral because I have reoccurring money coming in. They see that I have money coming in. That's why they want direct what? Why do banks always ask you who your direct what is? Your direct what? I'm not going to give you guys the answer. Your direct what? What solution, Tony? Because I got some apartments in Detroit that will generate $7K for net 20. Okay. All right. I got you, Michigan real estate. Your direct deposit. Because if you got reoccurring money coming in, they can lend the money. Why, when you cash a $10,000 check, you can't immediately get it out? Because the money's not in the bank. They make money by lending you money. Now, guys, right now I got 9 shares. Give me up to 15 shares on TikTok right now and 3,000 likes, and I'm going to show you guys how the bank makes money off of your money. I'm going to explain it. Okay, for those of you who are on all those social media platforms, you guys want me to give you guys an example? You want me to give you guys an example of how the bank makes money? Okay. All right, give you guys an example of how the bank makes money. I'm going to explain this to you, okay? I'm going to invite some people up. I'm inviting all the people that are on the live right now to come up and have a conversation with me. Okay, I need somebody with a calculator to help me out because I got my phone, okay, and my phone's on TikTok, so I can't use my calculator, so I'm going to need you to help me. You're not going to be able to see what I see, okay? So right now, if you guys have a calculator, put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to have y'all work through some things, okay? Who do I have on live right now?
It's Mark.
What's up, Mark? How you doing? Where you checking in from, Mark?
I live in Dallas.
Well, thank you for coming to the show. I appreciate you. Can you go get a calculator? Me and you are going to build together, okay?
Actually, I can't. I'm sitting in the drive line about to pick my son up from school.
Okay,
but I do have some. I'm still keeping track with the numbers.
Okay, you have a question that you want to ask because you did volunteer to come up. So if you have a question you want me to answer, I'll answer it for you.
Oh, because I thought it said it was a icon up there saying you're inviting people up to the panel. I thought you needed some volunteers or something. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just listening right now.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Winning Podcast. My name is Anthony Glenn. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've been a millionaire since 2008, guys. I've been doing this for a long time, and the more money I make, Uncle Sam was taking it from me. So what I did is I consolidated tax saving strategies to bring them to you. And I'm going to give you the tax code and the IRS code and all that other stuff. All I'm going to ask you guys, if you're listening to me and you guys want the replay, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys want the replay, put a 1 in the chat because I'm going to be giving y'all nuggets that you're going to have to research because I'm going to be dropping so many gems, okay, that you're not going to be able to follow it. So if you're listening to me, I'm going to show you how the bank makes money right now. We're going to work through a scenario, okay, and I'm going to tell you guys how you guys can get a link to the replay because I'm live on YouTube. The YouTube channel is called The Winning Podcast. If you guys want this replay link, you're going to text WIN to 760 573 2731. Again, that's WIN, like winner, WIN to 760 573 2731. Because I'm going to be giving tax codes, and if you're not writing it down, I'm going to send you the YouTube link so you guys can research and replay this. It's called The Winning Podcast. But if you guys want this specific link, I'll text it to you guys because I'm going through the 5 generational wealth pillars, and I'm going to show you how they work complementary to each other. But let's talk about how the bank is going to who has a calculator? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys got a calculator because I'm going to show you how the bank makes money off of you utilizing the amortization schedule, okay? I'm going to break it down shotgun style. You'll never, ever, ever borrow money the same way again once you understand how this works, okay? So for those of you that are on the live right now, I want to see 1s in the chat if you guys got a pen because I'm only going to do this one time because I have a lot of stuff to cover, okay? Okay, here's how the bank makes money off of you, okay? Right now, let's just say that you've had $20,000 in your account. Everybody put $20,000 in the chat. You got $20,000 in your bank account, right? Okay. Now pull your calculator up. Okay, I'm going to pull mine up so you guys can work with me, and you guys are going to follow these steps with me, step by step. If you skip a step, let me see. I'm trying to say it. If you skip a step, okay, just raise your hand and then I'll repeat it. But I'm only going to go through this process once because it's a lot of information. Okay, I'm pulling up my calculator. Hold on, I can't find my damn calculator. There it is, right there. Okay, all right, here we go. So I got $20,000. Now I want y'all to put $20,000 in the calculator, and then I want you to multiply that times 85, and then hit the percent sign equals. That means out of your $20,000, $17,000 they're going to borrow money against. So that basically means they're going to loan money to people. Now you can go get the money, but this is how they make money, okay? So now you got $17,000. Now let's just say that somebody wanted a $17,000 loan at 60 months, which is 5 years. And today's interest rate on that money is going to be approximately 7.5%. So right now, what you guys are going to do is that you're going to put 7.5% and then hit the percent sign. And then equals. I'll tell you the answer. Right now, everybody put, what's the answer, guys? And if you don't have the answer, it's okay, because I'm going to put, all you're doing is turning the interest rate into a decimal point. What's the answer, guys? 7.5, hit the percent sign, and then equals. You should have a number. What's the number? Can anybody tell me? What's the number that you have? 0.075. So right now, put 0.075 in your calculator. And then you're going to divide by 12 months, which is the amortization schedule. You should have 0.00625. Okay, let me run it back real quick. You're going to take 0.075, put that right now, and then divide that by 12 months, because the amortization schedule works in 12 months, okay? 0.075 divided by 12 months equals. Somebody give me the answer in the chat. You should have 0.00625. This little dirty number right here is what the bank doesn't want you to see. They don't show you this anywhere. They don't tell you what this is. This is a loan of $17,000 at 7.5%. Okay, what we're figuring out is I'm telling you guys how to figure out how much the bank is charging you every month to borrow that money. So if you're not paying attention, guys, you're going to mess this up. I'm doing it step by step. I'm going to say it one more time. 0.075 divided by 12 months equals. What number do you get? I'm waiting on people to put the number in the chat. If y'all got questions, y'all can ask them. What questions do you want to know? Okay, what's the, okay, 0.0065, that's correct. This number right here is a number they don't want you to see. They don't show you this. Now you're going to take that number and you're going to multiply by $17,000 car loan that you got. Equals. How much money is the bank charging me to borrow that $17,000? 0.00625 times 17,000 equals what? I'm going to wait, guys, because if you miss this, you're going to miss it, man. And this right here is going to be a slap in the damn face. You're going to be like, damn. So before you pay 1 penny on that loan, okay, the bank is charging you $106.25 per month. This is how banks make money, guys. Now let's look at this at a 12-month period times 12. So in order for me to borrow $17,000, the bank is making $1,200 a month off of me. A year. So if I have that for 5 years, that's approximately, they're going to add almost $6,000 to my loan, guys. So that's $17,000 plus $6,375 is what the bank makes. Now, in order for me to borrow $12,000, it's going to cost me $6,000 to borrow that money. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how the banks make money. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys understood that. Put a 2 in the chat if you guys have questions. So, guys, what I'm telling you guys, listen to me, man. The whole power of leveraging your corporation to borrow money replaces you. So the more corporations that you have, the more reoccurring money that you have coming into the bank, the more money you can borrow. This is a secret that the bank does not tell you. The amortization schedule is highway robbery. If you don't know these strategies and know how the bank makes money, and you just get, oh, I got a low interest rate. But how long? The longer that you have that, oh, they gave me the loan. Y'all remember loans? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember car loans used to be 3 years. Why are they 5 years now? Because they know if they stretch it out for 5 years, all you're looking at is the lower payment. That's what you're looking at. Oh, I want a 5-year loan because I'm going to pay less money. Actually, you're paying more money because the bank is charging you more interest for 2 more years. Man. Put a 1 in the chat if that was the gym, guys. My name is Anthony Glenn. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Okay, I'm a real estate investor, a real estate broker out of sunny Southern California. if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, I'm going to keep cooking. For those of you that are on TikTok, welcome to the Winning Podcast, where we help you win in real estate. I am live on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and X. So if you guys are want the replay to this room, put a 1 in the chat right now, okay? Because I will send you the YouTube link to where you guys can go back and listen to this replay. So first one's real estate. Second one is a corporation. Third one is contribution and pension plans. Number 3 is contribution and pension plans. You invest more money, okay, by leveraging the corporation to put more money into these contribution and pension plans. Okay. Somebody writing their ass off. I can hear that pen scribbling. Okay. So the game is to be told, not to be sold, man. And the reason why I come on here live right now is because I think you guys need to hear it. Let me give you guys an example. 401k. Let's look at these. I'm gonna give you out three adult ones. What is the max 401k contribution 2024? The maximum 401k contribution is $23,000 of 2024. 2025, you can put up to $30,500. Now watch this. What is the maximum contribution to a SEP IRA? Y'all probably haven't even heard of this. A SEP IRA maximum contribution for 2020 is 25% of your company's income. Compensation to you. Contribute 25% of your salary into a simplified employee pension IRA, which maxes out at $66,000 annually. So which is better, the 401k or the SEP IRA? Seems like the SEP IRA would be better than the 401k because I can put 66 grand in there tax deferred. Hello? Why didn't I tell y'all about this? Because you don't own a business. That's why. Because you don't know it, because you don't own a corporation. SEP IRA, $66,000 max. Let me keep going. Let me keep going for you guys. Okay? All right, what up, Ian? Okay, I got Ian in the building.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm just rocking out on a live. I was supposed to have a podcast today. Can you let the people know who you are and what you do, brother?
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Congratulations for all coming here. My name's Ian Jensen. I am a real estate investor, real estate professional down here in SoCal. And what we do is specialize with the VA loan and helping people out, kind of learn about real estate investments. So you guys are learning from the source today. So hope you're taking notes. Just learning from everything that Tony taught me changed my life. So, and that's real. It's real facts right there. Can you hear my baby in the background? I can finally afford a baby.
Congratulations to my
Which is saying something nowadays. You know what I mean? It's like costs a lot to have a baby. You know, you got to be in a good spot.
And that's beautiful, man. And shout out to my God baby, man. And guys, listen to this. Contributions are based on actual calculations, the participant's age, the benefit promise. You can put up to $270,000 into a defined contribution plan per year at the age of up until 65. Hello? So why can I? Oh, shoot. I got Ashley that I'm pulled up on Talk Tick. What's up, Ashley? Okay, so guys, think about this. Okay, a defined benefit plan. Why can I, in a contribution plan, I can put up to $270,000 in these things? Why isn't anybody talking about this stuff? Because America doesn't want to tell you. That's why. Okay, you're not privy to this information. It's because America wants you to say, oh yeah, 401k, you're good to go. Right? But I just proved to y'all that $30,000 a year with 401k and your retirement is not enough money. Right? So now and I'm gonna give y'all one more. I said defined benefit plan 401k. Let's give y'all one more. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all one more. Y'all want another one? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want another one. I'm gonna give y'all one more nugget. Okay, and then we're gonna move on to the next two, which are gonna be the next two things. Let me do a quick reset. I'm Anthony Glenn. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have my special guest Ian Jensen. Make sure you guys give Ian a follow so he can get on, so he can cam up. He's almost there. Make sure y'all hit that link and give him a follow. We will be doing these rooms every Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays around 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. And then we're going to just be rocking out and educating y'all about these tools, how real estate, corporation, life insurance policies, and trust all work together with building generational wealth. Okay. So for those of you that are on TikTok, I got 12 right now. Get me up to 3,000 shares and then get me up to 15 likes right now. The rules of engagement on TikTok, y'all just can't be getting the game for free. Y'all got to give me some digital currency. And if you're new here, I'm going to be going for the next 40 minutes or so talking about investment strategy. So right now, down at the bottom, you'll see that right arrow. Hit that right arrow and share this. Give me some more shares, and I'll give y'all the next 2 pillars. We already got 3 of the generational wealth pillars, and I gave y'all the IRS codes and told you what the tools were to grow the money. Okay, I told you how to print the money. I gave you 2 tools to print the money. I gave you 3 tools to lower the taxable income, and I'm giving y'all. I gave y'all 4 tools to grow the money. Okay, but I can't just give y'all the game for free. I got 3,000 likes. I appreciate that. Right now, give me up to 4 more shares, and then I'm gonna share more nuggets with you guys. Okay. So, who has questions that's on the live right now? Anybody have any questions? Thank you, Delaney, for sharing. Leslie, thank you for liking. Okay, I got 13. I need 2 more shares, guys, to get me to 15. Ian, tell us what are some of the things that you've done in the last 3 or 4 years that has helped you be complementary to your pension with the military?
To be honest, it all started with just buying my first house. Bought the first house closer to 5 years ago now. My gosh. But got in at a great time. I picked a property that was totally within my scope of budget too. So I just kind of sit back, let it ride, kept working. We kept saving all our money, got all our debt, got all of our student loan debt paid off. And then when I finally had some cash built up and we had our kind of golden parachute in the house, we had like a 6-figure sum in equity in the house. So what I did is I identified a pretty good price on a duplex. And then once the duplex was producing income, I could use the cash flow to finance the next investment. And that was a 5-plex. And then fast forward, we were just talking about this last night. Now that those 2 are in a place where they got a good trajectory, we even became a part owner in a luxury house up in the mountains.
And that's the part where I was telling you guys, like, you don't have to start at 1 million units, guys. Sometimes it takes small steps. Your barrier of entry could be your single family home and leveraging the equity position to get the revenue to invest in larger assets, right? So it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter where you're at right now in your investment journey. It is a cool opportunity for you guys to get into the game and then get into a position to where you can leverage the equity, which means all equity is what you invested in the property for and what the property's worth today. I just got into wholesaling real estate. What are your thoughts about it? Sterling, I think wholesaling is a great opportunity, but it's not in real estate investing. Wholesaling is basically being an intermediate person for a person that's in distress. You're just the middle person. And wholesaling is you find distressed properties, you transfer the ownership of the property to the company. Then from there, you find an end buyer, and then you basically transfer the asset from you to the end buyer. That's it. That's wholesaling, and then you get revenue. It's basically swapping equity position is what you're doing. And then you build in your fee in between. So I'll give you an example. You buy a property for $50,000 and the property's worth $150,000. So that means there's $100,000 of equity in the property. You transferred, you do a quick claim deed that they quick claim deed that property. You have an intermediate contract saying, hey, I'm going to give you $10,000 to walk away from that home. So now you, instead of having $100,000 of equity in the house, you have what? 90 grand, because you got to pay the seller. You give the seller $10,000, you pay off the loan. Now you got $90,000 to pay. You find an end buyer. The end buyer basically said you sell them that end buyer that property, and then you bake in 20, 30,000, right? So now that end buyer is getting, what's 90 minus 30? 60 grand, right? So now that end buyer gets the property with $60,000 of equity position, You take your $30,000, the person gets their $10,000 of selling the property and they pay off the loan. That's wholesaling. The only problem with wholesaling is that you get cash, but if you're not reinvesting or you're not keeping these properties, then there's a lot of tax leverage. And you got to bang the phone. You got to bang the hell out of the phones to get those types of deals too.
Yeah, it's a one paycheck type of transaction. It's just like selling houses,
Exactly.
except you're just doing it through a different medium.
Yeah, you're doing it without a license, basically, right? Some states require for you to do a license. Is it a cool thing to do? Yeah, right? Because I'm not interested in wholesaling. Only reason why is because, I mean, you're dealing with people who you're solving a problem, but at what cost? You know, I'm just not into that. We've dabbled in it. I bought a couple of homes from wholesalers, but for me, you know, right now, Ian, myself, and Bruno, we're focusing on bigger deals, multifamily. We're buying multifamily this year. That's what we're doing as partners. Okay. So go ahead. You had
Tony, one way I kind of look at this for everyone trying to get started in investments, it's faster than you think, and the numbers are a little bit easier.
Okay, we lost him. He probably got a phone call. But guys, put a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready for the next. Let me do a reset. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you guys enjoying the show today? Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you guys are now, Sterling, if you get that property under contract, why not get it yourself, bro? Get that property yourself. Get it, hold it. If you find it's a good deal. You know, get your inventory up and then leverage the corporation. Every single property that we have, I have under a different corporation. The corporation doesn't own it. The corporation operates it. I'm only leveraging the corporation. Ian just went away. Damn. Ian, are you there?
Yeah. I'm just messing with my calculator. What's up?
Explain to us why you want to just leverage the corporation versus put the corporation in the name of the business. Why do you want to just leverage the corporation? What does the bank see when you have a corporation and you have the rental income coming into a company?
Okay, yeah. So this is a good point that Tony brings up. So what it does is that it creates a better opportunity for you guys to build up a line of credit with the businesses that you own. And this kind of works from a different perspective too. Like say you have one day you're a big enough fish where you got a corporation that owns other LLCs. You can then, it's all a matter of setting up a history of income so that way these can become credit opportunities for you in the future. Because if you have an LLC on one property and you have that creates, $1,100 a month cash flow, and you have an LLC that owns another company and they create $600 cash flow, and then you have another one, et cetera, right? What you can do is that's like basically a job for a person. You have regular income coming in. And in the future, when it comes time, if you want to make a bigger play, you can then take lines of credit against each of these different businesses, or you could take a line of credit against the corporation level too. So it just creates more and more opportunity for you to be able to get access to capital if you ever need anything. In addition to you as a person. So your person can take out loans and your companies can then take out loans.
There you go. And that's called leveraging debt, guys. Okay. Leveraging debt. Everybody put that in the chat. Leveraging debt. So what this essentially does is it allows you to leverage debt, okay, to buy more assets, right? And for every $1, you can buy $5 of real estate. So I like that because Ian taught me that. I ganked that from him. So when you're leveraging the debt, you're basically not just using, there's a ceiling on your Social Security and your debt to utilization. But when you start having companies that have reoccurring income, now you're outside of your corporation when it's established, right? Then you can leverage the corporation to borrow money, and then that corporation now can buy stuff. Appreciate the game from me. It's figuring out how to do all of these things one by one correctly. Leslie, you got it always, guys. So we're going to talk about the last two things. The last two things is going to be life insurance policies and trust. Life insurance policies do allow you to borrow money against them. And then also you can leverage life insurance policies to pay off your physical assets also. I don't have my life insurance policies designed to pay off to give my kids a check. I have my life insurance policies to pay off the debt that I have. That way my kids inherit a business, right? So with no debt. So that's my bank. And then you pack everything up into a nice little trust so you don't own it. And then you have the corporations operating the real estate and the businesses. And then now you can go to your company, You could say, hey, Winning LLC Incorporated, I need a loan. How much do you need? I need X amount of dollars. So did y'all know that each corporation can borrow from one another? And then also life insurance policies, you can borrow against the cash value of the policy. Hello? So you don't always have to pay the bank. You can pay yourself that interest. And this is the reason why I was telling you guys, you got home equity lines of credit, you got subject to financing, you got seller financing, you got wholesaling, you got getting regular traditional loans, you got non-QM loans, you got business loans. There's so many ways to come out here and get bread. But the main thing is that it goes back to the 4 pillars of getting started. Number 1, you got to have a plan. Number 2, you have to have a purpose. Number 3, you have to have a target. And then number 4, you have to have value. Ian, did you want to add something before we wrap up the live? Guys, did you guys enjoy the show? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys enjoyed the live today, guys. Because we're going to be doing these rooms. We're going to be dropping nuggets like this. We're just getting started. Make sure you follow me and Ian Jensen. Hit that link. Ian Jensen, the guy with the beard and the suit, that is my partner, okay? And he's my executive assistant, okay? All right, he's in the C-suite, right? In the company, in the company that we own. Right. So and a business partner of mine, guys. And we're looking for people who are looking to invest. And 2025, we're going to buy some multifamily. We're going to show you guys how we did it. OK, and then you guys could tag along with us. OK, we're putting our money together. We're not raising any capital, and we're going to buy some multifamily together. And then you guys could look at us walking through this process and buying the properties. What type of loan would you get if you over $200K in equity to start? Home equity line of credit. Go ahead.
What's the goal? That's what I'd say too. What's the goal? What do you want? Do you want more cash? Do you want more cash flow? Do you just need to be able to move out of your house? Like, what's the plan? If you have 200K in equity, you always got to start talking to our team, and we can get you figured out about one way or the other. But you always need to make sure you have a goal in mind about what you're going to do with that money, because as soon as you take that money out, you're paying interest on it. So you got to make sure whatever you put it on is, giving you the benefit.
That is a fact. It's very, very important, guys. So, guys, if you guys want the replay, guys, for the YouTube, okay, put a 1 in the chat if you guys want the replay to the YouTube channel. Follow us on. Listen, guys, we're going to be giving these gems every single Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays starting in January. You're either going to get me, Bruno, and Ian, and we're just going to rock out and give you guys. Y'all got a lot of game today. We'll break down how to structure a trust. We'll break down how to structure life insurance policies. We'll break down how to underwrite property. We'll break down how to buy multifamily. We'll break down how to build business lines of credit. We're going to break all of this stuff down, and we're going to be doing it one by one. And typically, we go on live for about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, I'm setting the tone for December, guys. Make sure you follow Ian Jensen. Ian, you owe me 4 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A because you got 4 new followers, okay, for being on my live, Jack. All right. And guys, I want to say thank you so much for pulling up today. It has been a blessing. I'm glad that we did not do the interview. It's good because I was able to teach. Okay. We will get that interview with my sister that came on here. She was having technical difficulties, but I'm glad that we were able to get on here and rock out with you guys for the next couple of hours. But remember, next week we're going to be going live Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you guys can get on with us. Here's the number that you need to text. The number is going to send you the free business plan template. This is my gift for Christmas to you guys. We're going to give you the link so you guys can get in the Facebook group and then also get the replay so you guys can set up these things. The number is 760-573-2731. Again, that number is 760-573-2731, okay? And I got to get a carpet in my office. So I'm going to send you the free link to the YouTube channel and then also the Facebook group so you can download the free business plan template and write your business plan going into 2024-5, guys. So we appreciate Simplify, brother. I see Simplify, my brother on here, U.S. Marine. U.S. Marine 91178. Appreciate you for pulling up. Thank you for your service. Guys, I'm doing a free VA loan masterclass. I got to be getting ready. I already got my beard lined up, so I'm going to lay out my suit so I can be all fresh. And then I'm going to Camp Pendleton here with Ian to teach a VA loan masterclass here shortly. So I appreciate you guys for pulling up, and we will see you guys later. Have a great day.